Assalamu alaikum. In this video, I am presenting my final year project, which is UTM online voting system. Vote for you. Let me introduce myself. My name is Akibul Hassan. My supervisor name is Dr. Ahmed Fadil bin Yusuf. In this presentation, the contents are problem and solution, comparison of existing system, methodology and requirements, specification of UTM online voting system, the architecture and technology used to develop UTM online voting system, the implementation, result and testing of UTM online voting system, and the achievement of the project and the conclusion. Let's see the problem background. Um, like in this era when the world is technologically so advanced, but election process are still being conducted by using old traditional paper ballot way, especially institutes like University of Technology Malaysia, where students still follow the backdated ways to elect their favorite candidates, which discourage voting and participation in the election. Since a student needs to be present at the voting booth in person to cast their vote during class hour or in middle of their class exams or assignments. Not only that, conducting this voting process in that way takes a huge amount of human resource, waste of time and money at the same time, or and also in this pandemic situation it's quite impossible to held election face to face. What is the solution? The solution is to build an UTM online voting system where voters can vote for their preferred candidate from any place. The voters do not have to stay within the election place to contribute a vote. So this project will make the voting system very efficient, and it will also help to reduce cost needed to pay for the staff. And especially the main features of this project to make solution of this problem is making a secure web application, making the voting easier, online campaigns where the candidates can post their campaigns, and automated voting result. No need to count, it will be generated automatically. So the project objectives are to analyze the existing system to capture the user requirements for UTM online voting system, to design a system based on voting service that can provide a secure online voting system to UTM community, to develop a system that can provide a secure online voting system to UTM community, and as a platform for UTM organization to help their voting online, and last of all, to validate and testing the system to the real user who access the system. There is some existing system for voting in online. First of all is a mobile voting, it's a web application. Second is easy voting and election, it's single device application. Third one is mobile vote app, it's a mobile app. The comparison of existing system with UTM online voting. Without vote app, every existing system and UTM online voting is web-based app, and only the UTM online voting system and vote app has on one-time password authentication. Without UTM online voting system, every platform allow multiple vote, um, and in UTM online voting system, user can post their opinions through campaigns. And last of all is sharing result to another platform. UTM online voting system don't have this feature. On other system, they got this feature. So some features of the system, it will be secured online login. On the system, there will be secured login, knowing the candidates of respective position. Profile can be modified. Candidate can post their vision. Casting vote possible only with successful authentication of voter. So the methodology we used in our project is a rational unified process. The reason we choose rational unified process is for control changes, stable environment, reusable components, visually model software like UML. So there is total four phases in a rational unified process. First one is inception, second one is elaboration, third one is construction, and fourth one is transition. In PSM1, we already discussed about the inception and elaboration part. In PSM2, we do the construction and transition part. For construction part, in this phase, database for UTM online voting system are created and database connection will be tested and complete the analysis design development of each use case also done in this phase. In this phase there is a total three iteration. On first iteration, creating database, test the database connection. On second iteration, complete the analysis, design and develop all the function and testing the function. On third iteration, ensure all the function is running well. And for the next phase is a transition phase. On transition phase, UTM online voting system will be introduced to the user community, and and beta testing are held to user to validate the UTM online voting system. There is two iteration on this phase. On first iteration, beta testing is conduct, produce complete project report, and training is conduct for user. On second iteration, review the complete project report. So next is the requirements specification. This is the use case diagram for the UTM online voting system. We can see there is total three stakeholders. Um, for first stakeholders, as admin can log in, manage registration, registered voter information, manage organizational chart, manage candidate information, can view the result of the election, can manage the election pools, can verify application details of the candidate, can manage the party list. And as for voter stakeholder, voter can register, voter can log in, voter can view elections and cast vote on that election and edit the profile and view the campaign which is posted by the candidate. And as a candidate stakeholder, he can register, he can log in, the candidate can log in, the candidate can register, the candidate can suggest voter if he is um, registered on public election, and the candidate can manage the campaign and also can edit the profile and also can view the campaign. Next is the architecture we used in our project. We used layered architecture. In this layered architecture, there is total three layer. One is presentation layer, second one is business layer, and third one is data access layer. The technology we used to develop our system for the front end, it's a web based. That's the front end is we used React and Charges for the pie chart, and for backend we use Firebase. We used Firebase because Firebase is easier to manipulate the data from the backend, and it's easier from other backend services. So this is the system interface of our system. Whenever the user will go to UTM online voting system, this page will be showed to the user. If the user is admin, so he can log in as admin. If the user is voter, he can register and log in as voter. If the user is candidate, he can register and log in as candidate. So this interface is for voter registration. All the fields need to be filled by the voter to log in to sign up as a voter. And this is the voter profile interface page. The voter can upload his picture and edit his profile through this page. And this is the page when the voter will cast vote on election. He can see all positions candidates. So some like on president who is the candidates, on vice president who is the vice president. After selecting all the candidates on each position, the voter will allow to vote. So this is the campaign page for the voter. Um, Whatever campaign is posted by the candidate, the voter can, the system will display it here to voter. And this is the result page. Uh, After selecting the election, the voter can see the result of that election in pie chart. This page is for registration for candidate. Um, Candidate need to select election and all the required fields need to fill. After filling this, the candidate can sign up. And this is the UTM admin dashboard. Admin can add new election. Admin can approve candidates. Admin can add candidate matrix, authorized candidate matrix, voter can matrix, also authorized voter matrix. Can see the result, can update the organizational chart, and can manage the party. And for the implementation part, that's how we implement Firebase database in our system. Next is implementing add new election. This is a sample code for creating election, and this is a sample code for create after creating election, how the data will be fetched and how the data will be stored on data page. Next is testing. We use two kind of testing. First of all, we use black box testing. This testing is on verify if the system would not update the approval of a candidate registration when admin did not approve. So whenever admin clicks candidate's approval from to dashboard, the system displayed the list of candidates approval. Admin didn't approve candidate by clicking decline button. So system does not allow candidate to log in into the system. So this one is the next testing approach we used, user acceptance testing. For user acceptance testing, we select the result page. After user clicking on a result in dashboard page, the system navigate user to the result page. Select election from the drop down list. Display selected election result. If the election is running, there will be message election is running. So the result will not be shown. So the achievement of our project during PSM1 and PSM2, we complete all the phases of rational unified process, the inception process, the elaboration, the construction, and the transition. Everything we finished in PSM2. Especially in PSM2, we do the construction and transition part. Let's have a conclusion. The development of UTM online voting system would assist students and UTM International in UTM because there is now no effective way for UTM student to vote online. UTM student will be able to vote without any difficulty. As a result, the creation of UTM online voting system has been a great success. Last of all, I really want to thank Allah and my supervisor and my parents and all UTM lecturers who helped me to develop my skills and my knowledge. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum. Have a nice day.